Merry Christmas, everyone. Whatever you believe, Merry Christmas. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday or is still having a wonderful holiday because it's still Christmas Day. My family celebrates Christmas on Christmas Eve. We opened gifts last night, had a really nice dinner. It was pretty awesome, and I got to give my family some really cool gifts that I'm very happy about. That I've got the means to do that now, and next year is going to be even better. One of my gifts that I got mostly personal growth and development stuff. I realize that's probably not what most of you got, but I really love this stuff because it's helped me change everything that I want to change and get everything that I want and help a bunch of other people get everything that they want. So personal growth and development is where it's at, in my opinion. One of my favorite presents this year of the personal growth and development material I got is a book by Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is my favorite all time favorite motivational self-help author, speaker, especially public speaker. I think I've got just about all of his CDs. Great stuff. But there's a particular book that I didn't have that I figured I would save for Christmas and let my family get for me for Christmas. It's called Leading an Inspired Life by Jim Rohn. There it is. It's probably about the thickest book that I have on personal growth and development. It's just shy of 500 pages. For me, that's a big book. But I'm so looking forward to reading it. I'm sure I'm going to love it. I wanted to read the foreword to you in hopes of inspiring some of you out there to go out and pick up some personal growth and development material. It makes all the difference in the world on getting anything that you want, whether it be health, wealth, relationships, improving upon them. I don't know. Whatever it is that you want to do with your life or whatever you want to change, this stuff, it helps a lot. So here's the foreword. It's only about 2.5 pages long. I've never read it, so I'm reading it for the first time as I'm reading it to you guys. So I guess this is kind of like story time by story time by Jim Rohn with Tom Birkenmeyer. Here goes. The foreword to Leading an Inspired Life by Jim Rohn, my favorite. You're going to learn a great number of ideas as you go through this book. Ideas that have helped successful people accomplish their goals, achieve certain wealth, and experience greater joy and satisfaction in their lives. My hope is that you'll find these ideas very useful. I don't know you personally, I'm not familiar with your dreams or problems, but I don't need to be because the ideas you're about to discover are fundamental to the art of winning. They are guaranteed to help you achieve your most inspiring dreams. I'm already into this book. Where did these fundamentals come from? I didn't make them up. I first discovered them when I was 25 years old, a time in my life when I needed some new ideas to help change my direction. I wasn't destitute at the time, but I certainly needed some help. I guess we could all use a little help at age 25. I had gotten off to a great start in life. I was raised in Idaho's farm country in a small community of about 5,000 souls. We were not far from the Snake River in the southwestern corner of the state, a great place to grow up. After graduating from high school, I attended 1 year of college, then I decided I was smart enough, so I quit, which was but one of the many major mistakes I made in those early days. But I was ambitious and willing to work hard, and I figured that I wouldn't have any trouble getting a job, which turned out to be accurate. So with a head full of dreams and ambitions, I started my first job. About 3 years later, I got married, made lots of promises, and continued to work hard. A couple of years after that, we started a family. At age 25, I began taking a new look at my life. My weekly paycheck amounted to a grand total of $57. I was behind in my promises, behind in my bills, and discouraged, far from making the progress I should have made. I was willing to work hard, that was not the problem, but it was clear that it was going to take more than hard work, and I didn't want to wind up broke at age 60, needing assistance like so many people I saw around me, not in the richest country in the world. What I wondered could bleh, there goes my computer, pardon me. Okay, here we go. What I wondered could I do to change the direction of my life? I considered going back to school. 1 year of college doesn't look that good on an application. But with my family growing, going back to school seemed like a tough decision. I didn't have any money to start my own business. Money was one of my problems. I always had far too much month left over at the end of the money, if you know what I mean. I remember once losing $10 and being physically ill for 2 days over $10. Some of my friends tried to be cheerful. They say, look, maybe some poor person who needed it found it. But that was not really helpful. At that time of my life, benevolence had not yet seized me. I was I was the person who needed to find $10, not lose it. So that's where I was at that time of my life. Behind in my dreams, constantly wondering what I could possibly do to change things for the better. Then good fortune came my way. Sometimes it's difficult to explain good fortune. Why do wonderful things happen to you when they do? I don't know. It's a mystery to me. My good fortune was meeting a very unique and successful man named Mr. Earl Schoaf. When I met him, I said to myself I would give anything to be like him. I wonder what it would take. To make a long story short, this very special gentleman took a liking to me. A few months after I met him, he hired me. I worked for him in several of his businesses until his unfortunate death 5 years later. The best thing he gave me during that time was not a job. The best thing he gave me was the benefit of his philosophy, the fundamentals of living successfully, how to be wealthy and how to be happy. Sure enough, his ideas worked for me. I will always be grateful for meeting someone who made such a difference in my life. If Mr. Schoaf were still alive, I would call him and thank him again for sharing the ideas and inspiration that made the difference for me. Now I have a chance to share these ideas with you. If you apply them to your own life, I know you will experience equally exciting results. And that's a promise. It's a pretty exciting promise. And this guy would know. I'm very familiar with Jim Rohn's work. And I'm also familiar with Mr. Earl Schoaf only through Jim Rohn because he talks about him a lot. He's a very grateful guy for what Earl Schoaf shared with him. Not so much giving him a job, but his insight, his philosophies, the things that turned everything on for Jim Rohn. Because he was willing to work hard, as he said. He was on the wrong plan. He was a nice guy, raising a family, growing up in obscurity in a little town in Idaho, but he was on the wrong plan. You heard what he said or what he typed. Well, you heard what I said from what I was reading from what he typed. There was too much month at the end of the money, and I think a lot of people can relate to that, especially in today's economy or any economy for that matter. So pick up this book. Pick up anything by Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is awesome. If you want to start out with a good piece of audio to listen to, and I don't know, you're driving around in your car, pick up Jim Rohn. I can't remember the title right now. Building Your Network Marketing Business. Even if you're not into network marketing, he goes over a lot of these core fundamental philosophies where it doesn't matter what your situation is, what your problems are, what your goals are. He talks about the fundamentals as they apply to success and winning so that you can apply them to anything. It's good stuff. So I'm going to stop rambling about this because it's starting to turn into that. And I want you guys to watch all the way through the end of this video because it's good. I'm going to go enjoy my family because even though we celebrate Christmas yesterday, which was Christmas Eve, we still have a Christmas dinner to have tonight. So I'm going to go hang out with the folks and play on Facebook. And I'll be hearing from you if you want to talk about any of this stuff. I'm here. Merry Christmas, everyone.